Hello, third graders. Today, we're going to be practicing our two-digit multiplication using two strategies, area model and partial products. Now, these are strategies we've been working on in class, so you shouldn't have any issues with it. You're going to follow along with me as we practice together, and this is about just strengthening our skills. And these skills that we're practicing today are about building your number sense and understanding multiplication. And that's a lot of stuff we're going to be doing at home as we go through this time is going to be practicing and building the skills you already know how to do, just making them stronger and having fun while we do it. Right? Why not? Might as well have fun. Enjoy. Okay, let's start off our practice by doing the area model. And the first problem we're going to be looking at is 24 times 6. Again, we call this the area model because we're going to be drawing a rectangle and we're going to be solving the multiplication equation by using this rectangle to represent as if we're trying to find the area of it. Remember, area is length times width. So I'm going to start off by I broke it up into two sections to represent the fact that I have a two-digit number here. I have tens and 1. So in my tens place, I have a 2. That's 2 tens is 20. And in my ones place, I have a 4. So that goes over the smaller place. And both of these sections, I'm going to multiply times 6. So my larger section is represented by finding the area by solving 20 times 6. So 20 times 6, 6 times 0. Anytime you multiply times 0, it's going to equal 0. Zilch. Nada. So 0 is done. Then I have 6 times 2. Just 6 doubled. It's going to be 12. So 6 times 20 is 120. Then, in my smaller section, its area is represented by solving 4 times 6. 4 times 6, 4 groups of 6. That's going to be 24. Now, not done yet. We got to put both of these parts together to get the whole product. So I have 120 plus 24. 0 plus 4 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. And then the 1 by itself. So 144 is the final product. So that means 24 times 6 equals 144. Shaboop. Okay, we're going to practice the same problem, this time using a strategy called partial products. Now, partial products is called this because you're going to break apart your two-digit number, 24 this time, into friendly parts. So, breaking apart 24 into friendly parts. You could do it the same way we did the area model, just 20 and 4, but to show how partial products is different, let's break it up in having 10 and 10, because that makes 20, and 4. Because altogether that would make 10 plus 10 plus 4 would make 24. And each of these parts, though, are going to multiply times 6, because that's what we're doing, 24 times 6. So starting off, 10 times 6, which is 6 tens, would be 60. And so that means this 10 times 6 is also going to be 60. And 4 times 6, that's 4 groups of 6, that's 24. Now, put all these partial products together to make the whole product. So we have 60 plus 24. And that makes 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 2 more, 14. So altogether, my final product, 24 times 6, equals 144. Okay, let's practice the area model, this time doing 55 times 3. Again, start off by drawing your rectangle. Split it into two sections to represent your two-digit number. This time our two-digit number is 55. So that means we have 55. And both those parts multiply times 3. So the area of my large section will be 3 rows of 50, which would be 50 times 3. 3 times 0 equals 0. And 3 times 5, 5, 10, 15, is 15. So 3 times 50 equals 150. Then in my smaller section, I have 5 times 3, which is going to be 5, 10, 15, 15. Now put both of those parts together. 150 plus 15 equals 165. So that means 55 times 3 equals 165. Okay, I know it's the same problem, but so we can get the practice in, because this is what this is about, we're going to do 55 times 3, this time doing partial products. So we're going to break apart my 2-digit number, 55 still, into friendly parts. Let's do 20, 30, because that makes 50, and 5. So I'm going to multiply each of these parts times 3. So 20 times 3, 30 times 3, and 5 times 3. 20 times 3. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 2 is 6. So 3 times 20 is 60. 3 times 30. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 3, 3, 6, 9, is 9. So 3 times 30 is 90. And then 5 times 3. Yeah, 5, 10, 15. So 5 times 3 equals 15. Now, got to put all of these parts together, my partial products, to get the whole product, the final answer. So 90 plus 60 plus 15. Ones place, all I have is a 5 and a couple of zeros, so that's just going to be 5. Then, in my tens place, 9 plus 6 is 15, plus 1 more, it's going to be 16. So 55 times 3 equals 165. All right, let's practice the area model once more, this time for 48 times 7. So again, let's start off. By drawing a rectangle. Split into 2 sections to represent the fact that I have a 2-digit number, 48. I'm going to break it apart into 40 and 8. And each of these parts, I'm going to multiply times 7. So my first section, my larger section, I have 40 times 7. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 4, that's 4 groups of 7. It's 28. So 40 times 7, equals 280. Then my smaller section is going to be 8 times 7. And that equals 56. Now put both these parts together, you have 280 plus 56. 0 plus 6 is 6. 8 plus 5 is 13. 1 plus 2 is 3. So 48 times 7 equals 336. All right, 48 times 7 this time using partial products. So 48 is my 2-digit number that I'm going to break into friendly parts. I'm thinking 20 and 20, because that makes 40. And then I have my 8 ones. And each of these parts I need to multiply times 7. So 20 times 7 20 times 7, and 8 times 7. So 20 times 7. 7 times 0 is 0. Anytime you multiply times 0 equals 0, zilch, nada. And then 7 times 2, which is 7 doubled, is 14. So that means 7 times 20 is 140, which if I do 7 times 20 again, it's still going to equal 140. And then lastly, 8 times 7. We just solved that in the previous example. That's going to be 56. Now these are all my parts. I got to put them together to get my whole product. So 140 plus 140 plus 56. And in the ones place, I have zeros and I have a 6. So that 6 just comes straight down. And in my tens, I have 4 tens plus 4 tens. That's going to be 8 plus 5 more is 13, which means I got to make a new 100. And then that's 1 plus 1 plus 1. That's 3 hundredths. So 48 times 7 equals 336. All right, for the rest of this video, you're going to choose either partial products or area model, whichever one's your favorite, and practice on your own. So let's start with 36 times 4. Choose your strategy and practice on your own. All right, third graders, great job practicing your two-digit multiplication.